Hello, it's Mabel again with another video. It's good to be back. It's good to be doing more videos more frequently. Hopefully I can keep it like this. And today we're going to be talking about this little thing, Coenzyme Q10. This bottle comes from Asda, but this isn't like an endorsement or anything. I'm not getting sponsored for these videos. So you can get this from loads of stores and online and stuff. And I've been taking this now this is 30 capsules. How many do I have left? I've got 3 left. So yeah, I've been taking it for 27 days. I've been taking this for a month. And there's a lot of different benefits that can be attributed to this supplement. Some people say it can help with diabetes, with fertility, for example, a number of different things. But with what I've been taking it for, it's really been with fitness. So with running especially too, I do lift weights, but I don't really get tired out from that, I never noticed. But I have noticed a lot of differences with my running there and how that's been improving. So I just thought I'd go over the studies that there are for this supplement to help you decide whether maybe this is something that you would like to try to help getting your own personal bests for running and maybe other forms of cardio as well. So yeah, let's get right into it. So, with regards to talking about my own experiences taking Coenzyme Q10, I think it's been fantastic, really. So again, as we were talking about, I've been using this for about a month, and since then, with regards to my running, so I run about 2-3 times a week. I'm trying to ramp it up to 4, but currently pushing 3 is what I can do right now. I've been able to go longer distance, so I'm pushing myself to go further, and my pace seems to be improving as well, which is really good. And my biggest anecdotal experience is that when running, I just don't feel tired anymore. When I first started this, or over a month ago, about 2 months ago or so, as I was running, I'd get to a certain stage, like however many seconds or minutes that I'd be running, and I would just want to give up. I would just have enough after a certain stage, but now I'm really able to push through that, and whilst I can feel my muscles tiring, it's not what's making me slow down. And when I am slowing down, instead of stopping completely and just walking, I'm able to jog just at a slower pace. So that's really something that's been improving me, because again, that makes an awful big difference in your pace and how fast you're going, how many minutes per kilometre you're able to go. So yeah, all in all, it's great. It's really helped with a reduction in my aches and pains, because that tiredness is just not necessarily stopping, but it's taking longer to come on. And it feels like when I am getting tired, when my muscles are getting tired, it feels less severe. It doesn't feel like pain or necessarily that. So it's becoming really hard to move my arms and my legs, like they're really heavy. It's just a completely different experience. It's just like I can feel it, but I can push through, which was something I wasn't able to do previously, which just has been great for me. So that's my experiences there with Coenzyme Q10 and how I do really believe it has made a difference with how I'm able to run and how I don't tire out as fast. But at the same time, that's just the anecdote of one person. And of course, as you'll know from other videos, I've been running and ramping up really over the past year now, all of 2024 really. But not only have I been running, but I've also been doing stuff like deadlifting that I've been getting into, and squats as well, there with barbells potentially, so weighted resistance training for my legs. So maybe this isn't to do with the Coenzyme Q10, maybe it's just to do with that instead, and there's not really a way of knowing for myself personally. However, as I did say, there are a few studies that I just wanted to go over as well, with how it does point into the direction of Coenzyme Q10's favour with being able to be beneficial for running. So to start off with one article that I just wanted to read from. So this is from the Journal of International Society of Sports Nutrition, and it's a study called The Effects of Acute and 14-Day Coenzyme Q10 Supplementation on Exercise Performance in both Trained and Untrained Individuals. So that's a really good point there. This isn't just a test on athletes there. It does include untrained individuals as well there. So it talks about the experience that they would have too, the effects that they would have as well with taking Coenzyme Q10, with doing certain exercises. So through the methods for this, 22 aerobically trained and 19 untrained male and female subjects but around the ages of 26.1 plus or minus 7.6 years, were randomised to ingest in a double-blind manner either a 100 milligram supplement of dextrose placebo, so again just a placebo group, or a fast melt coenzyme Q10 supplement twice a day for 14 days. On the first day of supplementation, subjects donated fasting blood samples and a muscle biopsy. Subjects were then given 200 milligrams of the placebo or coenzyme Q10 supplement. 60 minutes following supplement ingestion, subjects completed an isokinetic knee extension endurance test, as well as a 30-second Wingate anaerobic capacity test and a maximal cardiopulmonary graded exercise test interspersed with 30 minutes of recovery. So this isn't just one thing that they've done either. It's not just lifted a few weights after taking coenzyme Q10 or just jogged on the spot for a couple of seconds. It's a number of different things that they have had these participants go through to be able to, again, test the effects there that there have been for the coenzyme Q10. Unfortunately, it's not a very large sample size. So 19 untrained in 22 trained. So it's about 40 people or so that they tested. That is a very low population size for a test like this, but there are a couple of others that we're going to go over as well. And so ultimately, with regards to the results for this first test that we're going over there, this first study, is that in conclusion, acute supplementation with CoQ10 resulted in higher muscle CoQ10 concentrations, which is a really important thing to think about, because what they were testing for in there, to actually test the CoQ10 levels, was to make sure that this is actually going to your muscles there where it's supposed to, so that the CoQ10 can work and have a benefit. So that's one good thing right off the bat there, just proving that supplementing CoQ10, especially orally and not needing to inject it into your muscles or something, does actually work. So that's one good thing right off the bat. And yeah, in conclusion, whilst there were these higher CoQ10 concentrations, there was lower serum SOD, oxidative stress, and higher MDA levels during and following exercise. Chronic CoQ10 supplementation increased plasma CoQ10 concentrations, as we said. So again, you're able to find it in your plasma too, so in your blood as well as your muscles, and tending to increase time to exhaustion. Results indicate that acute and chronic supplementation may affect acute and or chronic responses to various types of exercise. So again, tremendous news there. Again, this was only a 14-day test, but it does just show that through exerting your body, that there is an increased time to exhaustion. So exactly how I've been feeling there with my running, how it does feel like it's taking longer to tire myself out and I'm able to jog for longer. Absolutely, this is something that is being backed up by this trial there. That again, they did find that there was an increased time to exhaustion following 2 weeks of CoQ10 supplementation, which is amazing there. It is really good to think about and just know that this is having that effect. Now, of course, as we were talking about there and how low of a population that there was just in that article, again, only 44 people that was studied. Again, just like my own personal anecdote, it's a very small population size, so it's not something that we can really take as being 100% fact. However, there is a really other good article that I did just want to read from, and I will link it in the description like with the first article we went over, so you can read these for yourself. So I found this on PubMed Central for the National Library of Medicine, and this is Coenzyme Q10 supplementation in athletes, a systematic review. So they went over 6 different databases there to find loads of different articles about coenzyme Q10. This has been studied quite a lot since the 70s there, with different levels of harshness there, of objectivity, for example, and all in all just good science. So they went over the results of these 1,409 articles they found. 16 were selected for systematic review. So again, that does really mention how there's a very small number of articles that you could really say have good scientific rigor, and again are able to be selected for scientific review, compared to 1,409 studies that there actually are. But all in all, with these 16 studies that were selected, after CoQ10 supplementation, a decrease in a decrease in oxidative stress markers were observed, followed a higher antioxidant activity, which is great too for other reasons. It helps with DOMS, for example, there, just with aches and pains after exercising there. So that's really good to have low oxidative stress there and high antioxidant activity. On the other hand, lower levels of liver damage markers were observed, which is something that's quite interesting to think about too. And finally, they found a reduction in fatigue indicators such as creatine kinase was observed as well. So all in all there, they were able to potentiate plasma activity and anaerobic performance was being improved there with the supplementation of oral coenzyme Q10. So again, it's something to think about there, just how many articles that there were there, and all in all they were only able to select 16 for review, which is quite interesting, but they all do seem to point in the same favour that not only is there an increased time to exhaustion there because there's this lower oxidative stress over time when you're exerting yourself, but also that there's a lot less different markers with fatigue as well. So you're getting tired a lot slower. So yeah, it's really interesting stuff to think about there. And again, just whether this is something that you'd want to supplement or try supplementing. The first study that we talked about, they were looking at results in only 14 days. So maybe it is something that you'd want to try taking for a month there, or just for the 14 days or so, depending on how you would buy this supplement, to see whether it is going to help you maybe with your not necessarily running, but other things too. Again, in that first exercise, they were testing all sorts of things. So maybe this could help with cycling, for example, or swimming as well. It's really up to you to give it a try there and just see whether you do have positive experiences or not too. By all means, let me know in the comments if this is something you have tried in the past with any success or not. But yeah, I think it really is an interesting substance, the coenzyme Q10. And interestingly too, you don't have to take it as a supplement. It's found in a lot of different foods as well. So it's found in chicken, for example, the organs of loads of different animals too. So heart and liver, especially if you can get that into your diet, that's really good for coenzyme Q10. It's found in whole grains and it's found in eggs too. So if you can have a really balanced diet, or maybe try to introduce more of these select products there into your diet there, so again your organ meats and maybe more eggs too, maybe that's something too that could have a good benefit with your exercise. So yeah, by all means do give that a try if you want to try doing it a natural way too, instead of just taking a supplement in the morning like I'm doing right now. But yeah, that's all I had to talk about for today with this coenzyme Q10. Again, there's a lot more that you can talk about with this product. There's been studies into it with helping with with diabetes, and also your sperm counts and fertility for women as well. So yeah, it's a really interesting product there. It's a really interesting thing in your body, which your body doesn't actually produce as well in different amounts. And yeah, just let me know in the comments how you thought about this video. By all means, do go to the description for the video too, just to find the links to these studies that we've went over. And yeah, it's been really great talking to everyone. I hope you have a great day. Bye now.